Anyways, here. Hi, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the latest presentation of the Eventide Theater's virtual Playhouse. Today we have a really wonderful show that we're going to be sharing with you, and we are looking forward to you joining us here now or later on if you watch the recorded version as we rebroadcast this later on. Such a beautiful day, gorgeous day here on Cape Cod. Hopefully wherever you are, it is as lovely and as comfortable and as temperate. The virtual Playhouse is something that we have been hosting since about this time last year, off and on. We've tried to make it a monthly event, and it's an opportunity for Eventide Theater to showcase new and original works from both local playwrights and regional playwrights, and in this case, some playwrights from a larger region. Joel Krantz came to our attention actually through Cotuit Center for the Arts. We have a wonderful relationship with Cotuit Center for the Arts, and one of their board members was familiar with Joel and his work and had presented it to them. David over at the Cotuit Center said this would be that he thought that this vehicle would be a great opportunity for us to help showcase this particular work and kind of spread the word about it. The piece is called In A Teacup, and it is based on a true story. It is a musical, which is really exciting, and we're really looking forward to being able to present this to you in our virtual Playhouse, and then give Joel an opportunity to kind of create a larger audience for it, and get it moving and get some momentum to bring it to the stage at some point in time, be it either with us or with another theater company down the road. The show is a wonderful show. I'm looking forward to watching from beginning to end today. If you want to support this program and you'd like to support Eventide Theater and programs like this that we offer, as well as our Eventide Tales, which will be beginning again, and our main stage series, which we'll be resuming with the last 5 years. Starting in September, we'll be opening our theater back up following certain COVID safety protocols, but live theater, once again, back at the Gertrude Lawrence stage. If you'd like to support any of these things, we do encourage you to please consider making a donation. You can donate very easily by texting the letters ETC for Eventide Theater Company, ETC, to the number 44321. It will bring you to a secure link where you can make a donation, or you can visit our webpage at eventidearts.org and make a donation through that. No donation is too small, no donation is too big. So if you like what we do and you want to continue encouraging what we do and we have been doing, what we plan on continuing to do, both in the virtual performance space and on stage, please consider making that donation. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Please enjoy this performance. I'm looking forward to this. Please relax, pour yourself a glass of wine, and enjoy In A Teacup.
When I met Ray Hauserman, I was hitchhiking city to city, playing my songs at peace rallies and anti-war demonstrations.
That's great advice, Cabby. Here's an extra 10.
Remember, there are always two paths, always another way to go.
My name is Joel. Years from now, I'll write the show you're about to see. It's not about me.
Hey, young man, can you play me something inspiring?
You missed it, man. I was up all night at the protest. I am burnt out.
Come on, something inspiring.
There can be no peace on earth if there is no peace in me. There can be no peace in me
Till I learn to love my enemy.
Wait, you know that song?
It's an old folk song. We play it at all the protests. Sorry, man. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done too. Can I give you a ride anywhere before I end my shift?
Well, I could really use a place to crash.
Never say crash to a cab driver.
Whoa, okay. It means to sleep.
I was joking. I'm not as square as I look,
Yeah, well, you look like a Nixon supporter.
I suppose. I've been out of the country for a while, but I do know a place where you can crash.
Yeah?
Yeah, I brought a lot of young people there. My name's Ray. Welcome aboard.
I don't do cabs?
The meter is off.
Yeah? Alright, cool. Are you against the war?
You have no idea how big a question you just asked.
I'm not getting in your cab unless you are.
Then you will get the big answer. A lifetime ago, there was a pastor and his beautiful daughter, Julia, in the town of Rocky River, Ohio. It was the fall of 1941, before Pearl Harbor changed everything. The country hadn't been this divided since the Civil War.
Kinda like now.
The isolationists were marching in the streets to protest the first peacetime draft. But Pastor Gordon and Julia took it even further. They were unshakable pacifists. So was I. I was young. I was sure. I didn't know yet that I didn't know.
Reading from the Sermon on the Mount. You have heard that it was said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Ray, lead our hymn.
There can be no peace on earth if there is no peace in me. There can be no peace in me till I learn to love my enemy.
Be thankful, my heart, tranquil my mind, for the soul is forever free. There can be no peace on earth until there is peace in me.
Amen. Pay attention, please. Remember, if you are confronted by the police or any other military authority, do not fight back. Use the passive resistance pose. My daughter, Julia, will demonstrate. Drop to your knees. Put your head to the ground, your arms at your sides, and stay completely limp, no matter what they do to you. Ray, be ready.
You have to know how proud I am of what you're about to do. How I have watched you stand your ground with people hating you.
I have never made a speech before, but the time for one has come. They're drafting men for the next world war, and they're loading every gun.
I love you, Ray.
There is a higher law than the U.S. Congress. Every man still has a choice. The call to arms or the call to conscience. We are here to raise that voice. The army makes its plan, but you can reject what it chooses for you. A man will be judged not just by what he does, but by what he refuses to do. I call Ray Houserman to the platform. This brave young man has chosen to refuse the draft and apply for conscientious objector status. Ray?
It is written in every psalm we sing, every verse we memorize, that to love your neighbor as yourself leaves no room for compromise. When I told my friends I refused to fight, I was cursed and I was spurned. But that won't make me turn my back on all the things I've learned.
Tell us what you've learned, Ray.
Every Sunday morning, Pastor Gordon preaches turn the other cheek. Shouts about Mahatma Gandhi marching to protect the weak. The army makes its plan,
But you can reject what it chooses for you. A man will be judged not just by what he does, but by what he refuses to do.
A man will be judged not just by what he does, but by what he refuses to do.
Raise your right hand and take the pacifist pledge. We refuse. Because a better world won't come from cruelty. We refuse. Because that better world is mankind's destiny. We refuse to be the hate machine. So when we're called to go, then we'll be the ones that throw down the guns and defiantly just say, no!
No! A man will be judged not just by what he does, but by what he refuses to do.
You are encroaching on government property. Disperse now, or you will be arrested.
There can be no peace on earth if there is no peace in me.
There can be no peace in me if my brother is my enemy. Be thankful, my heart, tranquil, my mind, for the soul is forever free. There can be no peace on earth until there is peace in me.
That was amazing. That was amazing. Those policemen didn't even know what to do. They just backed off. Ray, what's wrong?
Julia, it came.
What came?
The letter from the draft board. It's been burning a hole in my pocket this whole time.
I want you to know I will support you in anything you decide to do.
Even jail?
Open the letter, Ray.
You.
This is to inform you that your application for reclassification as a conscientious objector on religious grounds has been approved. It's a miracle! Ray, why aren't you excited?
Sure I am.
I know you pretty well. That's worried, not excited.
Sorry. I have something... We need to talk.
Now I'm worried.
Julia, your father... Pastor Gordon has been telling me about his friend, Pastor Crowley, from the Red Cross.
I know Pastor Crowley. He served with my parents when they were missionaries in Calcutta.
Well, he said that Pastor Crowley is looking for men to train as medics.
Ray, Pastor Crowley is still in India.
I know. India. Julia, Gandhi. That's where this whole non-violence movement started. Pastor Gordon said it was like a second Holy Land to him.
Well, that's true, but it's still on the other side of the world. I might not see you for years.
The world has gone crazy. I can't be the man who chose to do nothing when he had the chance to be saving lives.
No, you can't be that man. Then I'm gonna go with you.
No, never.
They must be training nurses.
But if anything were to happen to you because of a choice that I made...
Wow, you already have all the answers.
Julia, I need to find my way to serve, just like your father did. All the pieces are falling into place. Now I can go to the very place he had to leave. It's perfect.
He left because he had me.
Exactly.
I was afraid something like this was coming, but I never thought India.
If you say no, I won't do it.
I can't be the one who told you not to go. It will always be there, separating us. I told you already I will support you in anything you decide to do. Even this. There can be no peace in me if there is no peace in you. There can be no peace in you if I hold you back from what you must do. So follow your heart, be true to your mind.
Now our faith has to see us through. There's something else that's been burning a hole in my pocket.
You can't be doing this right now.
Do you know I first fell for you?
No, when?
Championship game.
You were fantastic that day, Mr. Quarterback. Surrounded by all those Rocky River cheerleaders.
All those other girls were carrying pom-poms. What were you carrying?
Cans of string beans for the food drive.
My heart knew. That's my woman.
There can be no peace in me until I am here with with you.
Hauserman! Ray Hauserman! Mr. Hauserman,
Yes, that's me.
peace to you. I'm Khalil. I will be your driver.
Okay. Khalil, right?
Yes, Khalil. You are in India now.
India.
Very good. We can get you started. This is our ambulance, our hospital, our home. She was a real beauty 20 years ago. Here is your fork and spoon. Better not lose these or you'll be eating with your fingers like we do. Here is your toilet paper. This is your medical bag. Here is your pistol.
Didn't they tell you about me?
My luck, you were one of those?
One of those?
The communists, the pacifists, religious fanatics. Well, now that America is in the war, they're all here.
I am not a communist.
Pacifist? Most of your comrades are carrying machine guns now. We'll see how you do.
Can you give me a few minutes? I'm in India now. Want to look around? 2 months to convoy, New York to Bengal, and suddenly I'm standing on the shore. The crowd overwhelms me, the noise and the smells, but I feel like I've been here before. As I stand in the dirt of this city, my mind is as clear as that sky. I know something is stirring within me. And I pray, if I live or I die, show me the best in this land and guide my way beyond the rust and the sand. Show me the rest of this land. If there's a path you have planned, then I won't stray, whether I'm blessed or I'm damned. Show me the best in this land someday.
Khalil, how much longer? We gotta get these drugs up that hill.
He has a leaky head gasket. We'll have to get more water to the radiator.
We can fill it with morphine. We got plenty of that.
1 year surviving in foxholes and mud, and my world has been turned inside out. The weak become heroes, the strongest men break, and my faith has been clouded with doubt. When I'm lost in the pain that surrounds me, and my heart might give in to despair, I remember the dream that once found me, and I pray, let me know it's still there. Show me the best in this land and light my way beyond the blood on the sand. Show me the rest of this land. If there's a test you have planned, then come what may, whether I'm blessed or I'm damned. Show me the best in this land someday. In my life, so many voices. Is it fate that makes the choices, or is it only chance that I am here? I don't know what wheels are spinning, can't tell ending from beginning. Can it be my destiny that sought me, that fought me, that caught me, and brought me here to find the best in this land and make my way beyond the blood on my hand to find the rest of this land? If I have power
There is something in my arm, but I am in one piece. That's more than I can say for those poor good guys.
Help me, please. I can't breathe.
They're using our Red Cross as a target.
I can't breathe. Help me, please.
They want to take the medics out first.
Take this gun! Take this gun! Our only hope is to shoot and run!
Help me, please.
Those guys are still alive. Those guys are still alive out there. I gotta help them.
There's no time for that. Ray, you know they don't take prisoners out here. You've seen what they do to them. There's only one way out.
Jesus, I am trying not to hate.
The Japs poured gas on our captured men and threw them into ditches and turned them into torches.
Love your neighbor as yourself. Jesus, I am trying not to hate.
They're in the trees, the Japanese.
Ray, don't let me die in this jungle.
I can't breathe. Help me, please.
Cause you refuse to pick up a gun. Ray, I'm your friend. We can't save these men. Let's save ourselves and we can fight again.
Help me, please.
Jesus, I am trying not to hate. I'm not leaving without them. I'll load them into the ambulance and I'll drive us out of here.
Ray realizes that Khalil is unconscious. A Japanese soldier rushes in, brandishing a bayonet. Ray doesn't move, with the gun still at his feet. Feeling no threat from Ray, the Japanese soldier kills the wounded men. The two men stare at each other for a frozen moment. Then the Japanese soldier charges at Ray. Ray falls to his knees, picks up the gun and shoots. The Japanese soldier falls to the ground.
Wow, man. I mean, for someone who refused to fight, you sure saw a lot more of it than most.
That is true.
I didn't think anyone was against that war.
That's how it seems looking back at it now. But no one trusted the politicians. Not after the betrayal of the war to end all war.
Yeah, World War I.
Europe could go to hell before we'd help them again.
Well, now it's my turn. They call my number 86.
Draft lottery.
Yeah, I was hoping they wouldn't get that high.
Well, you could always apply for conscientious objector.
Yeah? Did they let you out for writing protest songs?
Well, then do more. Show them you're more valuable here.
Right. Who's that dude in the picture? On your dashboard, the one who looks like one of those Indian gurus?
You have no idea how big a question you just asked.
Where have I heard that before?
Well, you'll get the big answer. I met him after the war.
The Beatles were just hanging out with Maharishi. I mean, everyone's learning to meditate. You were doing it in the 40s?
I didn't care about any of that. I was just bumming around in Calcutta, enjoying the nightlife.
Dear Julia, I'm trying to get home to you, but I can't. Ugh. What bullshit am I gonna tell her this time? They still need me too much at the hospital. I'm working in the emergency room right now, but it's chaos in here.
Oh, the American is back.
Oh, the American is back.
I think he's funny.
He's not funny, he's a fool.
5 seconds. We'll bet 5 seconds. Huh?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Down the drain, down the drain.
You feel no pain in a risky rain.
Whiskey rain from a whiskey sky.
Come to me, whiskey, now it's you and I. If you buy me a drink, priming my pump, you give me a reason to come into this dump. So just buy me a drink and you loosen my screw. Who knows what this crazy American might do?
Oh, Mr. America, sing us that song from Oh, Hi, Oh.
Got
made grapes, handmade wine. Heaven knows it's party time. God made man, God knows why. We're living proof, even God gets high. Down the drain, down the drain. You feel no pain in whiskey rain. Whiskey rain from a whiskey sky. Come to me, whiskey, now it's you and I. Alright, who's next? You buy me a drink, priming my pump.
Go home already, you Brits have bled our country long enough.
I'm an American, for what that's worth.
Ah, yes, the American Brit, singing tasteless songs while people are starving in the street.
Tasteless? It tastes good to me.
God made grapes, man made wine. Heaven knows it's party time. God made man, God knows why. We're living proof, even God gets high. Down the drain, down the drain. You feel no pain in a whiskey rain. Whiskey rain from a whiskey sky. Come to me, whiskey, now it's you and I. Whiskey rain, big guy, the place. Get him out of here. From now on, whiskey, it's just you and I.
Joyo Radha Swami, Joyo Radha Swami, Joyo Joyo Radha Swami Nami. Joyo Radha Swami, Joyo Radha Swami, Joyo Joyo Radha Swami Nami. Hey Radha Swami, hey Radha Swami, hey Radha Swami, hey Radha Swami, Joyo Radha Swami, Joyo Radha Swami, Joyo Joyo Radha Swami Nami.
Oh, no. It cannot be. Dr. Thakur, this is impossible.
Khalil, do you know this man?
This is Ray Houseman. I was his ambulance driver in Burma.
With the Red Cross?
Yes, Burma. He was my medic. The things I saw him do. The courage. This is a great man.
He does not look so great today.
Mr. Houseman. Mr. Houseman. His urge for life is strong.
All the Americans have gone home. Why is he still in India?
I have not seen him since that day. The day of the bomb. I woke up in the hospital. That was almost 2 years ago. Now he looks
drunk.
This is a wound to my heart. I never saw Ray Houseman take a drink once.
Give him a blanket and we can go.
Remember, Shefali, there are no accidents. Everything is exactly as it needs to be.
Yes, Thakur. We were meant to find him.
A Christian and a Muslim risking everything to save Hindu lives. Great love in a time of great hate. You see, Burma, there are always two paths.
We will take good care of your brother, Mr. Ray Houseman.
You were his driver then. You are my driver now. Today you will drive us both home.
Medic! Medic! There's still a light up there! Help me, please!
You are safe now. Shh. The war is over. You are safe now.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
You were crying in your sleep. About the war.
That's nothing. Here's your money. Just take it. Just leave me alone, please.
Your uniform is not the only thing about you that is filthy.
I don't know who you are.
I told Khalil to leave you in that gutter.
Khalil? Wait, which Khalil?
Khalil, your American is awake.
Khalil? What are you?
Peace to you, Ray. You are with your brother again.
Brother? I don't have a brother.
It was God's will. He put you in that bar. He pushed us down that street.
What are you talking about? I don't remember. Ow!
No, we found you lying there. It was God's will.
Lying in the street?
Yes.
It's not a big deal. I've done it before.
You drink till you pass out?
Kind of the idea. Should have left me there.
I left you there. On that battlefield. Now look. Not this time.
Who is that?
Mr. Hauserman, I was afraid we had lost you. You're an accomplished sleeper.
If I'd come into this world just to see these two men together, it would have been enough. Ray, this is Dr. Shri Shri Thakur Anukul Chandra Chakraborty.
Dr. what?
We call him Thakur. It means teacher.
It also means
cook. It also means cook.
Right. Dr. Cook.
Thakur.
Yeah.
Dr. Taco.
Do you know where I can get a drink around here?
Mr. Hauserman, this is my wife, Boroma. Without her, nothing is possible. You have met our Chef Ali. Boroma, this is Khalil's friend, Mr. Ray Hauserman. He is an American.
Just like Rhett Butler.
You know Clark Gable?
He looks more like that gangster from Public Enemy with the prune face.
You mean Jimmy Cagney? Where am I?
We love American movies. They are filled with hope.
Mr. Hauserman, thank you for reminding me how beautiful my wife is when she laughs.
Thakur, Ray is a brilliant medic. He made a tourniquet out of a vine and it saved my life.
Cut that shit, Khalil. My tourniquet days are over.
Mr. Hauserman, you are the heart of your country. How amazing to find that heart beating here. Your urge for life is strong.
Urge for life? We just wiped out 2 whole cities. Gone. I call that an urge for death.
There is a battle going on right here, Mr. Hauserman. But the weapons of love do not make quite as big a boom.
Right here is the middle of nowhere.
To me, right here feels like the center of the universe. This is a jungle town, like so many in Bengal, built out of straw and bamboo, fed by rice and dal.
Anukul, it is time to open the clinic.
Come everyone, Boroma wants us to open the clinic. A humble jungle town, where monkeys climb the vine, kerosene lamps and ox cart. It's a place no tourists find.
Why does his wife call him Anukul?
Anukul is his given name. Thakur is a name that you earn.
Let the people come, and the people come, and the people come, and the people come.
To this jungle town, the hungry and the poor, though we have no ancient temple, just a mat laid on the floor. They stay in this jungle town a lifetime or a day. Maybe a saint or sinner, we won't turn anyone away.
So the people come, and the people come, and the people come, and the people come.
India. millions of lives, yet you seem untouched, unchanged. India, ancient and sure, what can I give my India? What can I give my India?
When the people come, have to share the rice, have to make more room in the house tonight, have to clean the floor, the mosquito net, air the blankets out, get the dinner set.
That medicine you made me from only roots and leaves, what miracle was in those little pills? Those doctors in Calcutta, they're nothing more than thieves. They threw me out because I can't pay their bills. I was only standing on my block when a gang of hoodlums hit me with a rock. That medicine you made from only roots and leaves, what miracle was in those little pills? Those doctors in Calcutta, they're nothing more than thieves. They threw me out because I can't pay their bills.
Here at my door,
Millions of lives, yet you seem untouched, unchanged. India, ancient and sure, what can I give my India? What can I give my India?
Too late. For me, it's too late. This place reminds me of the Red Cross.
I understand. When I left the hospital, I couldn't go home either. I didn't speak to anyone for months. I was so angry at the world after what we saw in Burma. It got so bad, I was living in a train station.
Oh, come on, Khalil. You can't live in a train station.
Oh, there were hundreds of us.
India.
No, you have it upside down. It is the best thing that could have happened. Otherwise, Thakur never would have found me. No, we have a saying here. When the student is ready, the teacher appears.
Thakur was living in the train station?
No, he has a clinic right there on one of the platforms. It is called Little Satsang. This is Big Satsang. Thakur created it from nothing. He says it means community of the lovers of existence.
You're a Muslim, Khalil. I'm sorry, but Muslims don't belong with Hindu teachers. Not in Bengal, not in 1946.
That is what I thought too. But it did not matter to him. He must have seen something in me because he brought me here and put me to work. He shook the death right out of me. He can do that for you too.
Slow down, Khalil. I'm headed back to Bar Calcutta.
What about the Red Cross?
The war was over.
Volunteered in and volunteer out.
Then why do you still wear the armband?
Guess people buy more drinks.
This is a wound to my heart.
Khalil, do you think the good doctor has some aspirin?
And the people come, 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 and the people come.
Raja, my friend, what happened?
It was horrible. There was a protest. 1 minute the Muslims were screaming their slogans through a megaphone. Partition now, partition now. And the next minute they were charging across the road, stoning and clubbing everyone.
You're going to be fine, Raja.
Hear me, Lord Krishna. I am a humble man. I have never hated anyone. Now just see the condition I am in. In this last riot, they took my house. Now they are coming for my head.
Khalil, please change the bandage so Raja will keep his head.
Not him.
Ray, he's an expert at changing bandages.
Mr. Hauserman, you can show us the latest techniques.
You can use this.
Get that thing away from me.
Khalil, Raja.
Are you going to contribute something this time?
Please. I have no money for treatment.
You said the same thing last time and the time before last time.
This is how a Hindu widow talks? She should only be looking at the ground when she speaks to me out of respect for her dead husband. People are losing the meaning behind the old ways.
What is in this bag?
People give what they can. Some give a little, some give a lot. A ladle. A vegetable chopper. Borama's favorite
A
mango.
new sari would be nice.
Mr. Houseman, there is something in this bag that might even interest you. Jack Daniels. He is one of your greatest presidents, am I correct?
You are the good doctor.
Mr. Housen, make yourself at home in our guest house.
Call me Ray. Now we're gonna have a drink together.
Having you here is refreshing enough.
Get your disgusting friend out of here.
Thakur invited him.
He offered liquor to a Brahmin, a holy man. He insults our way of life.
He is an American.
At least get him to take a bath, yaar.
Ray, not here.
Anukul, you have always been like a younger brother to me. Anukul, come on. You must stop supporting evil.
I never support evil. But I do shelter it, giving it a chance to change.
If you give free whiskey to a drunk, how will he change?
Without that bottle tonight, where would Mr. Houseman be tomorrow?
The bar Calcutta.
Thank you, Jack Daniels, for giving us another day.
I remember when a British officer gave you that bottle. You've kept it all these years?
I knew it had a higher purpose. It was just waiting for its moment.
When did you put it in that bag?
God made malt, Scots made scotch, get creation up a notch. Whiskey must be heaven sent. Who taught the malt how to ferment? Julia. Dear Julia, I'm trying to get home to you, but I can't. My passport is expired. I'm at the U.S. Embassy right now. It's chaos in here. Damn it.
Dear Ray, I'm imagining our wedding night. The night when I'm finally free to give myself to you completely. Fall into my husband's arms, surrender to my man, and you will make me your wife.
Julia, are you still here?
Daddy, you frightened me.
I'm sorry, honey, I didn't mean to.
Shouldn't you be at the church tonight?
Just wanted to check in on my girl. You never wear that uniform at home. Mighty impressive.
Daddy, I decided when Ray comes home, I want to go to nursing school. I think I have a talent for it.
It suits you. So, what have you heard from our Ray lately?
He's still working at the Red Cross hospital in Calcutta. He's desperate to come home, but can't bring himself to leave when there's still so much need there.
I see. Julia, I just got this letter. It's from Pastor Crowley in Calcutta.
Pastor Crowley?
He said Ray quit the Red Cross.
No, he didn't.
It's been months.
No, Ray would never quit anything.
War can change a man, Julia.
He must be trying to find a faster way to get back to us.
Maybe so. But this sure is a strange way to do it. He left in the middle of the night without telling anyone.
He never wrote me anything about it.
Pastor Crowley has no reason to lie. It seems that Ray does.
Daddy, something terrible must have happened to him.
Ray is not injured. He is not sick. He left on 2 strong
There are other
legs.
ways to be injured. What do I do? What can I do?
Maybe you shouldn't wait to start that nursing school.
What are you trying to say?
When a man is far from home...
You came back.
Yes, I did, but I had you to think about.
So does Ray. Daddy, do you regret it?
Having you?
Leaving India.
It's a powerful place, Julia. Unless you've been there, you really can't understand. I couldn't expect your mother to raise you in India.
Sadness is always there, though we don't talk about it.
What do you mean?
Between you and Mommy. Ace the separation. Is that what will happen to Ray and me?
We make our choices and we do the best we can with them. The rest, we leave to the Creator of all things.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Let's stay strong and have faith that Ray is being led and protected by the Holy Spirit.
Led and protected by the Holy Spirit.
That's my girl. I'll see you at home for dinner.
Maybe he's being led and protected by one of those nurses.
I thought that love had simple rules that even children learn. That if you give unselfishly, it's something you can earn. To get the best that life can give, you'll have to pass that. But if you're truly faithful, you get truly blessed. You get one great love song to sing. One great love song that changes everything. Find your voice, make it soar. Give your heart, let it pour. Or the melody fades till you can't hear it anymore. The first time that you touched my skin and moved so close to me, your tenderness unlocked the door to the woman I could be. And when you finally kissed me, there was no place I could hide. All I could do was run to you. The door was open wide. I had one great love song to sing. One great love song, and that was everything. Found my voice, made it soar, gave my heart, let it pour. But the melody fades. It's hard to hear it anymore. Why didn't I just go there with him and insist it was my right? Could have taken him to City Hall and married him that night. If we had been in this together and not half a world away, I wouldn't feel so helpless now. I'm changing that today.
Dear Pastor Crowley, concerning the disappearance of Ray Hauserman,
you just get one great love song to sing. And for that one great love song, you'll give up everything. Found my voice, rap and raw. I'm not waiting anymore. Now my melody plays, and I won't be afraid. I won't hear it. I don't have to fear it. That I won't hear it anymore.
Under pressure from the Muslim League, the British have proposed an alternative plan to divide the country into a Muslim Pakistan and a Hindu India. The Indian National Congress has rejected it outright.
There will be so many to care for.
Not surprisingly, tensions between Hindus and Muslims, always simmering in this area of India, may be reaching the boiling point as extremist rhetoric escalates.
Borama, it is not enough. The scale is tipping. We will have to do more.
We will do it.
There will have to be more of us.
They are coming.
Hear this beggar's naked plea. Open my eyes, uncloud my mind, show me the more I will have to do.
You can take out the garbage.
Thank you for such a clear message.
I will take it, Thakur.
How does it feel to be an angel?
Please, Thakur. No one is further from an angel.
Because of what you did today, bringing this man here, there will be enormous blessings for so many people. I have felt the heavens shift. He is my man.
It feels good that you think it is good.
You must practice seeing the good in everything.
Even Raja?
Especially Raja. He is your doorway.
Doorway?
Through him, you can learn to control your anger. What a blessing.
Anger has a place when someone threatens you.
There are 1 billion Muslims and Hindus threatening each other every day. If you cannot make peace with one Raja, what chance do we have?
Shefali, here are some clean clothes for Mr. Hauserman. That uniform can probably walk and talk on its own.
Hauserman fades back. There's only time for one more play. The crowd goes wild.
Mr. Hauserman, are you all right?
Didn't know you were there.
Oh, forgive me. I would have knocked, but I thought the nightmare.
I was just remembering the big game. You know, football.
That ball looks nothing like a foot. Why do you love it so much? The whiskey?
It's fun. It gives me energy.
You have too much energy. We are taught self-control.
Right. Well, here's to self-control. Shefali, listen. I heard what Raja said about you being a widow.
Raja tries to control everyone except himself. Boroma wants you to have some clean clothes.
Have you seen any good movies lately?
Just one. It's called The Only American. It's a mystery movie.
Trust me, it's a comedy.
A romantic mystery. A lone American, stranded in a foreign land, free to return home, but he does not. Instead, he wanders among strangers, searching for something.
Sounds like a tragedy. But what about your movie?
Me? I don't have a movie.
Everyone has a movie. Comedy? Drama?
It was an arranged marriage. He was a good man. We were just getting to know each other when he was taken from me.
Taken?
A tsunami.
Drama.
I had nowhere to go. I was living in the train station when I heard about the Saint of Sialda station.
Talker.
He has a free medical clinic there called the Little Satsang.
Khalil was there too.
I started helping Boroma. Then she offered me a place to sleep and to eat, and here I am. I am grateful, but I do not know how much more of this I can take. They never stop working, and for what? Things are only getting worse. I would leave today. But in India, a woman without a husband is not worth much.
You're still young and beautiful, Shefali. But when you're ready, the men will be lining up.
You know very little of how it goes here. No man in India would take a widow for a wife, no matter what her age.
It's crazy.
It has been this way for 1,000 years.
That doesn't make it right.
Americans, you just think you can change anything.
I don't understand your custom.
I can teach you.
Are you sure you don't want to drink?
I have spoken too much.
Now, Shefali, have you ever seen the movie Newt Rockney, All American?
Mr. Hauserman, I was looking forward to seeing you tonight. What is that in your hand?
It is called a football, but it does not look anything like a foot.
I was telling Shefali about the big game.
Thakur, This man is drunk.
Raja, come sit with me. I want to hear the story of the football. Borama!
Americans are like children. They always need their toys.
A football is no toy. It's not in Rocky River, Ohio. See, I was quarterback. I had the number 1 on my jersey, and my gang of friends, we were the stars of our hometown. We were just 18 back in Rocky River, playing in our biggest game, knowing if we won, there would be a trophy sitting in the Hall of Fame. All our friends were slapping backs and giving us high fives. This could be the best day of our lives. This could be the best day of our lives. On the day of the game, there would be a parade of cars for what seemed like miles. We'd be sitting in the hoods, blowing kisses like we had it all under control. We were mama's boys back in Rocky River, acting like we're so damn mean. We'd curse, we'd spit, we'd put our helmets just to scare the other team. Cheerleaders and the pretty girls would wanna be our wives. This would be the best day of our lives. This could be the best day of our lives. I run into the stadium, the crowd shouts out my name. Hauserman, Hauserman, win us one more game. Pumping with adrenaline, calling out the plays. I'd break out of the huddle, sweating, streaming down my face. 51, 23, 17, hike. I'd send that football soaring, all heads turn to watch it fly. My man leaps at the goal line, flips that pigskin from the sky. Touchdown!
What is a pig doing in the sky?
When I finally go back to Rocky River, I don't think anyone will cheer. They will look at me like I am a stranger, whispering so I can hear. He may have been a hero once, but he refused to fight. Can't get back the best day of my life. That's the cost, and I have lost the best day of my life.
Football sounds very exciting. Anakul, it's time for your meditation before sleep.
Come on, everyone. Borama wants us to meditate before we go to sleep.
Ray, anyone can meditate.
I don't think. It's not a good place right now.
Sit next to Thakur, close your eyes, and just breathe.
I can't go in there. Oh. Everything is spinning.
Oh, no, Shefali! Ray!
This is horrible! He's thrown up on Thakur!
This is your doing, Muslim!
Let me help you up.
Anakul. Anakul, what should I do? Khalil, Raja, take Mr. Hauserman to the guest house. There are clean clothes there. Put him to bed. Do not touch Thakur.
You had alcohol blackout.
I didn't know there was a name for it.
Oh, yeah. It's like you flip a switch and then boom, you're down. It reminds me of college. There's a whole semester that's missing. But I never threw up on anybody. Not that I remember.
If you're in college, why are you being drafted?
My parents took me out. They caught me smoking pot. I was living in their basement for a while, but then they kicked me out of there too.
So now you're a wandering minstrel.
Exactly. I want to be a songwriter anyway. You don't need college for that, and you can't be living in your parents' basement. You want to hear my Grammy acceptance speech? Wait, where are we?
Queens.
Queens? Might as well be India to me. What's in Queens?
The place to crash.
Wait, never say crash to your passenger. You know, Thakur may have been like the very first hippie.
What do you mean?
Taking people in, letting them pay what they could afford, feeding them every day. That's what we call free love.
Thakur gave love freely, but he made sure you earned it.
The meal will be served as usual.
How could you let him stay here like this all night?
Thakur is sitting right here.
What will you do when the partition comes? Bring Thakur to Pakistan?
There will never be a partition, Raja. That is just politics.
There has been a partition for centuries. Now we will finally give it a border.
Peace to you, my brother. I pray for your long life.
Brother?
He said he prays for you, Raja.
And you are paying too much attention to that Sahib.
Anukul, if you hear me, give me a sign that I'm doing the right thing. Anukul, sometimes I feel like we are one, but this time...
One of your people stole my uniform. There were rupees in there. And this bottle's almost empty. Oh my God. Thakur, what are you people doing? He's got stains all over his clothes. He must be sick. Thakur, how can you just sit there? The smell is horrible.
Are you proud of yourself, foreigner?
What?
Came to admire your dirty work?
My mind is full of holes. Did I do that? Thakur, can you forgive me?
You ruin everything you touch. This man is a holy man. You are not worthy of even the gaze of his eyes. You should leave here. Leave here now.
Khalil, I'm sorry. I don't belong here.
Thakur, Mr. Hauserman is leaving! Thakur! Mr. Hauserman is leaving!
Ray! When the student is ready, the teacher appears.
Khalil, what does ready mean?
Broken.
Broken.
Good morning, Mr. Hauserman. I hope you slept well.
Anukul, it is time for the morning meal.
Come, everyone. Boroma wants us to serve the morning meal.
What kind of man can do that? He sat there all night, covered in... Oh. He was waiting. He was waiting for me. What kind of man can do something like that?
A man like the one I knew from that ambulance. We need that man again, Ray. You will ask Thakur to be your teacher, then you will give him a gift, and if he accepts it, he will be your guide for the rest of your life.
Gift?
Thakur, Ray has something to ask you.
Mr. Houseman?
You sit on your soft white pillows in your little jungle town, and people bow to you all day long, nodding their heads with their syrupy smiles. Well, not everyone has the luxury of being as selfless as you are, Tucker.
I'm the most selfish man you will ever meet. When I see a man in pain, I feel that pain as if it were my own. I have to help him so I can free myself of it.
I had a pastor back in Ohio who said the same thing. He called it, love your neighbor as yourself. Like an idiot. I took it so seriously. I even swore I was a pacifist, that this was how you stop a bullet.
Gandhi.
Yeah, well, I fooled everyone. I fooled the draft board into declaring me a conscientious objector. I fooled my pastor into thinking I was a hero. I fooled my fiancée, Julia, into worshiping the ground I walked on. And now all those prayer vigils and peace marches, they seem like a fairy tale to me. So don't tell me another fairy tale, Tucker! Because they can't take away the pain that you see in me.
Ray, if you only knew how far your soul has traveled, what it took to get you to this place. Everything is exactly as it needs to be. Do not miss the opportunity of many lifetimes.
How can you call this an opportunity? I thought you could just shake the death out of people. So why can't you just shake me?
You can have anything you want, Ray, but first you must give it away. Give tremendously and you can live tremendously. Do you want that?
How can I give anything when I have nothing?
Ah, that is the beauty, Ray. You already have everything you need. No one is given less. There is only one thing in this life that is ours. One thing we can truly possess. Nothing and no one can stop you from loving. And if all that we treasure is ripped from our lives, there is always one thing that is left. Nothing and no one can stop you from loving. We can know why some people live covered with silk, while so many live covered with dust. But this life gives us all the same chance to fulfill the one true gift that was given us. And it's enough, thank you, enough. There is only one way we can measure the soul, surrounded by anger and hate. Nothing and no one can stop you from loving. For whatever you've done or you think you've become, you are never too lost or too late. Nothing and no one can stop you from loving. In my anguish, I shouted into the abyss. I demanded that God should intrude. But the answer that saved me from my bitterness, overwhelming gratitude. It was enough, thank you, enough. There is only one thing in this life that is ours. one thing we can truly possess. Nothing and no one can stop our forgiving. Nothing and no one can choose how we're living. Nothing and no one can stop us from giving.
Yes. I want to live. I want to live tremendously. Can you teach me?
Now, this is my watch you are wearing. Wherever you go, I go with you.
What do I do now?
We need cement to expand the clinic.
Cement? How would I know how to get cement? In my life, so many voices.
Just get one great love song to sing.
In my life, so many voices.
And the people come, and the people
In my life, so many voices.
Nothing and no one can stop us from giving.
In my life, so many voices.
Joyo Radha Swami, Joyo Radha Swami, Joyo Joyo Radha Swami Name. Joyo Radha Swami, Joyo Radha Swami, Joyo Joyo Radha Swami Name.
Shafali, this is the perfect time for me to make my speech again. Mothers and brothers of satsang, you know him as Thakur or teacher, but he insists it also means cook. Now, he asked me to get cement.
Ray, you have been making the same speech for 2 weeks. No one is listening anymore.
Galileo, you see that woman?
Very pretty.
That's exactly what Julia looks like.
Ray, is that really you?
What can I give my India? What can I give my India?
One week. That's all it took from Rocky River, Ohio to Calcutta, India.
How is that possible?
Well, after the war, the world opened up. You could fly from New York to London in 17 hours. Air India had just been created. And then the train from Bombay to Seattle Station, and there's Pastor Crowley waiting for her. He knew just where to find me.
And she just shows up. Julia was amazing.
I wasn't ready to appreciate it back then.
Are you kidding? I mean, you must have been in total shock. I can't even imagine.
Well, we both were. The timing could not have been worse. The war was over everywhere in the world, but not in India. Something worse was brewing.
What could be worse than World War II?
Neighbor killing neighbor? It was August. August in India. Whew. The air was thick with more than just heat. Anger and fear made it unbreathable. No one knew how bad it was about to get. Except maybe Talker. I think Talker knew, but he never let on, never let down. Julia had only been there for a few days.
The Muslim League's call for a direct action day to demand a separate state in Pakistan is evolving into a general strike. Whole sections of Calcutta are deserted in anticipation of this afternoon's rally.
That rally is outside of Sialda station.
There are already reports of brawls, machete slashing and throwing of stones.
Now, if a riot starts, Little Satsan could be destroyed. Right now, there are only Hindus guarding that clinic.
Borama, it is not enough. The scale is tipping. We will have to do more.
We will do it.
Here, this beggar's naked plea. Open my eyes, uncloud my mind. Show me the more I will have to do.
You can take out the garbage.
Thank you for such a clear message.
I got it, Talker. What is that? Shafali!
Do not panic, Ray. This has happened before.
They just leave them here?
They know Thakur will find someone to care for them.
You are safe now. You are safe now. Roma! Roma! It's a girl!
Another living universe.
Shafali, bring some milk in a baby bottle. And bring a bowl of honey. We will give her a name.
Come on, everyone. Borama wants us to give the baby a name.
Julia! Julia!
What's going on?
I found a baby. A baby by the trash can.
How can that be?
I don't know. But Thakur and Borama are turning into a party. Come on. Shafali, what is this?
It is called Namakaran,
Namakaran.
a baby naming ceremony. It usually happens on the 12th day of life.
And what will the child be called?
We are naming her Rupa. It means beauty.
Rupa!
Rupa! The father sits in the chair and everyone blesses the baby with honey.
But the baby doesn't have a father.
Ray! Ray! Please, sit.
Me?
There's a yearning behind our every breath. It's in every atom, every cell, under the shell. The urge for life has been calling. Find me, take me, use me, will. Countless generations, every woman, all a man, all come together in just one moment. Today I touch perfection when I raise your tiny hand. It can all come together in just one moment.
Oh, and you're born to be beautiful.
Like a diamond in the sun, you bring light to everyone.
Oh, and you're born to be beautiful.
No one knows where you came from, but your journey has begun.
There's a voice inside you, like the beating of your heart. We can all come together in just one moment. Let the whisper guide you. You were meant to find your path. We can all come together in just one moment.
Oh, and you're born to be beautiful.
Like a diamond in the sun, you bring light to everyone.
Oh, and you're born to be beautiful.
No one knows where you came from, now your journey has begun.
Oh, and you're born to be beautiful. Like a diamond in the sun, bringing light to everyone.
Shefali, can you take care of her?
Just for today.
Wasn't that amazing?
Reminds me of a christening. Why did Tucker ask you to play the father?
He likes to make me feel a part of things.
Well, I'm here now.
And we will make the most of it. Just wait until you see the Taj Mahal.
Oh, I'm so ready for a change of scene. This is not the India my father told me about. And we need some time alone.
Julia, please forgive my intrusion. It is important that I speak with Ray.
You're a good guy, Khalil, but I've been here 3 whole days and I don't feel like Ray and I have had a single minute.
I know, Julia. Today is not an ordinary day. How can I help you understand? This day is like from your Bible, the day of the 10th plague. There is judgment everywhere.
I saw the street gangs in Calcutta. Well, we may have picked the wrong day to go sightseeing.
Ray, we have seen these religious riots before. Even the war cannot compare to the brutality. We need your medical training now more than ever.
I'll deliver medicine, and I'll beg for cement, but that is gone from my life forever.
Thakur gave me today's delivery list. We will keep moving.
You going to keep her?
Why would you ask that? Monoma asked that too.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I don't know how it works here.
I'm just taking care of her until Thakur can find a home.
That's very good of you. Shefali, I'm not from another planet. I'm just a woman. I'm just like you.
You are not like me. You came to take Ray back to America.
Of course, that is where he needs to be.
He needs to be here with Thakur.
And with you?
That is impossible.
Yeah, that is impossible.
He has stopped his drinking. And he is starting to sleep through the night.
Ray doesn't drink, and how do you know how he sleeps?
You only want what's best for you.
How dare you say what is best for Ray? You don't know him. He was a strong-willed, powerful man before you came here.
He is still that man. If you don't see it, then it is you who does not know him.
Then why is he looking for someone else to tell him where to go and what to think? Got to get him out of here before it's too late.
You should not talk about things you cannot understand.
This is not my room. This is not my bed. This is not my beautiful life, the one that lives inside my head. But this is where he is, in a house that has no door. So I'll neatly fold up my dress and clean up this mess and sleep on this dusty floor. I can do this. I can do this. One more pain to rise above. I can take this. I can make this, because I'm the one who can still believe in love.
This is not my child. This is not my choice. Who am I to think I can speak for one who doesn't have a voice? But this is where she is, in a world that isn't fair. Thought I'd have a child of my own, a family, a home. The sorrow will always be there. I can't do this. I can't do this. Too much pain to rise rise above. I can't take this. I can't make this, because I'm the one who has given up on love.
Why did I curse myself with dreams too big? They just leave me staring at the walls.
Oh, why did I hurt myself with hopes too high? They just leave me further to fall. They tell you never give up, never give in. It will all come true if you don't. Well, what about the dreams that can't? What about the hope that won't?
Take a deep breath in.
Let the panic out.
Let them all just stare at my skin and wonder what I am about. Well, I'm the one who dares.
I am no one's wife.
I am the girl who packed up a bag and left her whole world so I can't be part of his life. I can do this. I can't do this. I can do this. I can't do this. One more pain to rise above. I can take this. I can't take this. I can't make this, because I'm the one who can still believe.
Because I'm the one who has given up.
And now I'm the one to make him believe in love.
Ray, what did you tell her?
What she wanted to hear. That I needed to get the war out of my system before we got married. That I knew she would be upset if I didn't come home right away, so I lied. I knew it was wrong, but after the war I wasn't thinking clearly.
She accepted that.
It's all true. Why wouldn't she accept it? You don't get it. This is what we Americans do. We suffer in silence and we do the right thing. My father came back from World War I and we still don't really know what happened to him.
You are not your father.
Oh. In case you haven't noticed, I'm not as noble as you think I am.
You are, or you would have gone home a long time ago.
Instead, home came to me. It wasn't supposed to be now. It wasn't supposed to be now. From the moment I looked in those bleeding eyes, I went right back to hiding and telling lies, 'cause I just want to please her somehow. It wasn't supposed to be now. It wasn't supposed to be here. It wasn't supposed to be here. Should be me who is suddenly at her door, and I'm all of the champion I was before, not this man who is frozen with fear. It wasn't supposed to be here.
This is the house. I'll make the delivery and be right back. Just wait for me here.
I am trying to find you again, Julia. That's what all of this searching is for. I am trying to get back to the way we felt. I can't find that heart anymore. I'm sorry for lying to you, Julia. There's a truth and it's driving me mad. How can I love you if I can't love myself? You can't give what you don't have. So what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? I'll just smile and keep playing this masquerade.
hoping no one will ever know the mess I made, and this nightmare will just disappear, except for that voice in my ear, shouting you left before it was clear what you were supposed to do here.
Hello, I hope I'm not disturbing you.
Please come in, Miss Gordon. It is not every day that we meet a woman who has traveled the world on her own.
I hope you've been able to get some rest. We want you to be happy here.
You seem very busy. I'll try back later.
Please stay. It is good that you have come. We are making our own form of penicillin using a combination of herbs. Many will need it.
Is it coming here?
I'm sorry, Julia, that you have arrived at such a heartbreaking time. What you must think of our country.
People have been killing each other in the name of religion forever.
Never. That is religion in name only. When you stand on the shore looking out at the Pacific Ocean, or you stand on the shore looking out at the Atlantic Ocean, can you tell which one is larger? There is only one ocean. It is we who give them different names.
It's a nice idea, Tucker, but in the real world, people hate people with different names. Someone has to finally say no to this endless violence. That's why Ray and I are sworn pacifists.
Ray has told me about it.
I'm afraid to ask what you've told him about it.
Pacifism is one tool, but you must know when to use it. There are always two paths. A candle flame can light your way or burn you. The choice is yours. The candle has no preference.
There, you see, you talk in riddles. No wonder Ray is so confused.
The war broke Ray open. He was empty. He was ready.
You mean he was desperate, and you're taking advantage of it? I want to see him achieve something.
The greatest achievements are the ones you cannot see.
You have an answer for everything.
Not everything. Ray is searching for his soul's mission.
His what?
His soul's mission. Everyone has one, unique to them alone. Do you know what yours is?
You mean one thing?
You have to know.
How can anyone know? Do you know yours?
Yes, I do.
Will you tell me?
I found it at Sealda Station.
The train depot?
I was 17. I wanted to study medicine, but I had no money, so I worked the docks as a laborer. It took me years, but I saved up just enough to pay for school and a train ticket to Calcutta. Of course, no one called me Thakur then. I was simply Anukul. I'm a poor young man from a jungle village, the very first time away from my home, just Anukul in a crowded city. I haven't a rupee for food or a room. Arrived in Sealda Station, I carried a box with 2 changes of clothes. What's one more life to Sealda Station? When everything's gone, that's where everyone goes.
When everything's gone, that's where everyone goes. The winds blow hard through Sealda Station. You've got to hold tight to all that you've got.
My father died in Sealda Station.
Since I'm the firstborn, I inherit his spot.
What did you think you'd find?
You're nothing, you're no one when you have no home.
Leave all your dreams behind.
You'll be sleeping tonight on a mattress of snow. There are no miracles. Hanukkah, there are no miracles.
Hanukkah, there are no miracles.
Hanukkah, there are no miracles.
Your bones grow cold in Sealda Station. You've got to find something to fight off the wind. You wrap yourself in the latest paper.
The news of the world can be terribly thin. On it goes. There's not enough to share. Too small is the portion. Too high is the price. On it goes. It's not that we don't care. There's just so many grains in a spoonful of rice.
Beneath the street lamp, I could study all night, and no one would send me a bill. Public toilets, and the pump always works. The railroad makes sure that it will.
My son was born in Seattle Station. It's not the best place for new life to begin.
The weak just die in Seattle Station. No doctors, no nurses.
There's no medicine. On it goes.
What are those tears you cry?
It's another man's pain.
Another lost cause. On it goes. Why do you feel you've died?
It's another man's death. Thank God it's not yours. On it goes. There are no miracles. On it goes. There are no miracles.
Word quickly spread that I was a medical student. Soon, people who hadn't been to a doctor in years were lining up to see me day and night. I became a doctor to the homeless. The Satsang 3 medical clinic was born, and it is still there today.
On it goes. You live to pure my child.
Take a look at the swollen legs of this man.
On it goes.
The fever won't go down.
See my mother's so weak.
Please help if you can.
Help if you can.
I held God's hands in Seattle Station, the hands of the poor in the struggle to live. I found my life in Seattle Station, where people will give when there's nothing to give. I held God's hands.
Okay, we are here.
This is somebody's house. I thought you were going to drop me off in a dorm or a shelter. Who lives here?
I do. Got a bunch of other people too.
You mean like a commune?
Well, we don't call it that.
What do you call it?
The house.
Man, who are you? You protest the war, you believe in free love, you live in a commune. You're more me than I am.
Really? Well, in the house, there's no meat, no drugs, no alcohol, no sex unless you're married.
Not so much that part.
There are good people here, too. You'll feel right at home.
Wait, Ray. I remember reading about the Calcutta riots in high school.
It's called the Week of the Long Knives.
Why the long knives?
Machetes. 4,000 people were killed in the streets. More than 100,000 left homeless.
You actually saw this?
I did.
And Tucker? No one would touch him.
A tsunami does not question who gets wet.
Thakur, I have the newspaper. They're boarding up the markets to keep the looters out. Now what will hungry people have to eat? They're raising all the prices. It's greed, I have no doubt. And soon we'll all be living in the street. They're letting the fanatics have their day, while British soldiers look the other way. And they're boarding up the markets and to keep the looters out. Now what will hungry people have to eat? They're raising all the prices. It's greed, I have no doubt. And soon we'll all be living in the street.
Anukul, let's get ready. Today will be a busy day.
Come on, everyone. Boroma wants us to get ready. Khalil, go to Seattle Station. We need to know more.
Yes, Thakur.
Muslim, where are you going on this day of all days? Huh?
Thakur is sending me.
How do we know you're not going to go get your machete?
In your dreams, you are half the man he is, Raja.
Ray, this is not my way. Thakur wants me to see the hidden good in everyone and everything. Thank you, Raja, for making it so challenging.
I know you didn't sign up for any of this.
Ray, maybe we can still make it to the U.S. Embassy. I bet most of the tourists are going there right now.
Julia, the women are going to the river to wash linen. We cannot know how many may need it.
We should find some way to contribute.
Ray, the embassy.
I can't leave now. Not now.
We can get to know each other.
This is crazy. We can wash everything we have and it still will not be enough. There has to be a limit. I told that to Thakur too.
Really, you did? And what did he say?
You know exactly what he said. No one will be turned away.
Have you ever had him for yourself, Porama? I couldn't stand to share Ray with anyone. And you have to share Thakur with everyone. You make it look easy.
No, it is never easy. I work at this every day.
I was promised to him when I was 12. I was married at 16. I went right from girl to wife with no life in between. The first 5 years we barely touched. It was more like sister and brother. While he was off at medical school and I lived with his mother. After all those years alone, suddenly he was home. I thought this would be our time. But like the moon and sun, he belonged to everyone. I knew there would be nothing that was only his and mine. So I brooded, I begged, I hid my heart. There's no pleasure in my touch. The fool in me thought he could see he needed me so much. But he treated me with tenderness, suffered every childish whim. I came to see, though he'd chosen me, I hadn't really chosen him. Some moments save your life. I went from girl to wife with a long, hard look at me. So simple that it's strange. Stop trying to make him change. Try and make him better at who he was meant to be. Love is an ocean, and we are but a teacup, drifting on the waves that reach the shore. My heart is open and the water's filling me up. And now I know that love asks so much more. We cannot choose just where the waves will take us. We can't escape the pain that love will give. But we can find the ocean in our teacup and know that there is a deeper way to live. Now people look at me, they see this devotee, they can't know how far I've come. Still every night I pray that I won't lose my way and that I'll remember where the blessings all come from. We cannot choose just where the waves will take us. We can't escape the pain that love will give. But we can find the ocean in our teacup and know that there is
is a deeper way to live, and know that there is a deeper way to live.
An ocean in a teacup. Great. Another riddle.
Shefali, what happened? You all right?
I am surrounded by everything I cannot have. Too hot, time to go. But you can stay. I want that for you because
What are you saying?
you cannot go back with her.
You don't understand.
I do understand, Ray. We are the same, you and me. We both want more. He could have had what Poroma and Thakur have.
Maybe Thakur will allow this to go on right under his nose, but I will not.
You have something to say. You say it to me.
The lines are being drawn, foreigner. The holy man cannot be everywhere to protect you.
Ray is not one.
I told you to keep your place.
Don't you touch her! Stop! Stop the anger! Stop the arrogance! Stop the hatred! Stop the war!
When you beat him. No, you are beating me.
Ray!
Ray, please talk to me. It can't be that bad.
It can be. Yeah, it can be.
Say it, Ray. Just say it. I won't judge you.
He died, Julia.
Who died?
I tried to bring him back to life.
Who died, Ray?
I did! Every time I close my eyes, I feel the trembling start to rise, like the way my fingers show. With the first life that I took, I see him fall, I hear the bullet ring. But a man can get used to anything. By the time they stopped my war, I wasn't trembling anymore. I found out who I really am. How it's not hard to kill a man. Now every time I try to dream, I can hear their voices screaming. Who are you to breathe this air? Who are you to walk and speak? Who are you to take and give? Why are you the one to live? Thinking that you're better is so easy when it's free, but when it's down to life and death, it's better him than me. And what excuses can you use when the dead rise to accuse? Who are you to breathe this air? Who are you to walk and speak? Who are you to take and give? Why are you the one to live? Every time I close my eyes, I feel the trembling start to rise. I remember every look and the way my fingers shook with the first light that I took. Who am I to breathe this air? Who am I to walk and speak? Who am I to take and give? Why do I deserve to live?
Ray,
Now you know.
can I touch you?
Now you know why I couldn't come home to you.
Ray, I love you. You didn't have to suffer alone.
Yes, I did. You should have just let me suffer alone.
You could have told me the truth.
Why? So you could make me feel better?
Yes.
Tell me it's okay, everyone had to do horrible things.
Yes.
Tell me just come home and move on.
I've helped you. Now I can help you forget.
Forget? Forget? Before I came here, whole weeks would go by and I couldn't remember anything. I couldn't love anyone, so how could anyone love me?
You never gave me the choice.
I'm sorry, Julia. I'm so sorry. I used to want the things you want.
You can want them again when you want me again. I was saving this for our wedding night, but that doesn't matter anymore. I have to bring you home, Ray. I just have one great love song to sing, and with my one great love song, I'll give you everything. Hear my voice, now it soars. Feel my heart, now it pours.
I am the most foolish woman in the world. I let the dream in. I thought there might be a chance, one chance for love. He was from a new world. He wasn't tied to the old ways. I betrayed you, Boroma.
Oh, Shefali, you have been carved deeply by longing and loss. There is so much suffering everywhere. My heart cries out 100 times a day. Your longing, my longing. We are needed, Shefali. Do you trust me?
Yes, I do.
Then turn around and look, Shefali. We will name her Indira. It means beauty. Rupa has been asking for you. There is only one thing in this life that is ours, one thing we can truly possess.
Nothing and no one can stop our forgiving. Nothing and no one can choose how we're living. Nothing and no one can stop us from giving our love.
When Ray has collected enough cement, we will build Satsang Orphanage. Now, you have 2 little ones. There will be more.
When we get home, we'll take a bubble bath together like a real couple.
That does sound good.
Oh, Ray, I didn't tell you. I applied to nursing school.
That's great. You should tell Tucker. He can teach you amazing things.
Tucker, you have him on such a pedestal. He's just a man. And so are you.
He has a plan for me.
But we have a plan too. Ray, stop. Look at me. We want children, right? You can't expect me to raise them here. Even my mother couldn't do it, and she has the patience of a saint. Now I understand why. This country is overwhelming. The needs are endless. Don't you see it?
Well, maybe I've gotten used to it.
There are plenty of good charities back home. We could volunteer like we used to.
Charity? Is that what you think this is about? Doing charity work? Julia, I'm not interested in good deeds. I want to learn to love like Thakur loves. Isn't that what this life is about?
Ah, there you are. I have been looking for you.
They needn't find us.
Please, Thakur, I am so embarrassed about Raja.
I know your heart, Ray. Every man falls, but when they do, the urge for life pushes back, driving them to find the answers. Yours pushed back so powerfully that it drove you all the way here.
Thank you, Thakur, thank you.
Khalil, tell us what you saw.
I've been to Sialda station. The protesters have shut it down. People who live there are being pushed out into the streets, or there are gangs with machetes. It is too horrible to describe.
How is it possible for this dark shadow of ignorance, this monstrosity without substance, to shroud the bright, light-loving soul of men?
Thakur, where is the hidden good in this? Help me. How do I see the good in this?
Anakul, the scale is tipping. We will have to do more.
Here, this beggar's naked plea. Open our eyes, uncloud our minds, show us the more we will have to do.
Khalil, the clinic? What about little Satsang?
All your workers are hiding there. I paid some Muslim to guard them, but I had so little money. I told I would be back with more.
No, Khalil, you cannot go back there. The Hindus will come for their revenge and it will be even worse. We have seen these riots before. It's the last of my dowry.
Ray, go quickly to Sialda station. Set up protection.
You're sending me into the riots, into the violence. You, of all people, should know what it did to me.
You can stay. It is good to be the boy from Rocky River, Ohio. Or you can go, risk everything out of love for another, and come back a man for the world. This is what can shake the death out of you. I cannot do it. Only you can.
There are other men here. Send one of them.
Ray is not a Hindu. He is not a Muslim. You can go places no one else can go.
There must be someone else.
Borama, let's get back to our work.
Come everyone. Thakur wants us to get back to our work.
No. You've done enough. Given enough. We made it, Ray. We're alive. We're together. What more could you want? I'm going to pack your things. Let's just go.
In my life, so many voices. Now it's me that makes the choices. I can see the chance that I have here. Suddenly the wheels are spinning, like a life that's just beginning. Now I know my destiny sought me and fought me and caught me and brought me here to find the best in this man. This is the day when I can finally stand and find the best in this man. Whatever fate may demand won't run away. Whether I'm blessed or I'm damned, I'll find the best in this man today.
The streets are running with Hindu blood. Women and children murdered in their homes. Khalil! Khalil! Pray pray to your Allah.
Yes, Raja, I am ready. I have made my peace with God. Now, I will make my peace with you.
So the phony holy man is going to protect him. The hypocrite posing as some kind of saint while protecting a terrorist, serving whiskey to a drunkard, and allowing a widow to beg for sex. Now the great American hero. A hero who is really the worst kind of coward, hiding behind alcohol and women. Good. I will help you die a real hero's death.
What you say is true, Raja. Please, forgive me.
What is this?
What you say is true, Raja. Please forgive me.
Please forgive me, Raja.
Please forgive me, Raja.
What you say is true, Raja. I talk to the good within you. Please forgive me.
Hear me, Lord Krishna. I am a humble man. I have never hated anyone.
Ray? Where's Ray?
He is on his way to Calcutta.
How could he? Doesn't he know what it's taken me to get here? He made his choice. Now I have to make mine.
There are always two paths. Always another way to go. Bitterness or compassion. The question is, which are we going to choose?
Bitterness or compassion. Boroma, that's what your story meant, didn't it? Finding the ocean in a teacup. Bitterness or compassion. Now it's my story too.
It's everyone's story.
I know what I have to do. I know what I have to do. Shefali, you will help me. I've come so far, and now I finally know why. I can't see Ray. If I do, I will never have the strength. I only have one chance to get it right. One chance. Shefali, will you help me?
We can find the ocean in a teacup and know that there is a deeper way to live.
Julia! Julia, wake up! Julia! Oh, sorry for waking you.
I was not asleep. We have all had a night to remember.
Can you let Julia know I'm here?
She is gone, Ray.
Gone? Where could she go?
She is safe. But she is traveling.
Home.
She left something for you.
What is it?
A gift.
Cement.
There is a letter.
Dear Ray, Tucker was right. You can go places no one else can go. But I can't go there with you. Every first day of spring, I will love you. When I hear children sing, I will love you more. Love you when my first hair turns to gray, but I will love you from far away. I will love you from far away. When the stars fill my eyes, I will love you. Every golden sunrise, I will love you more. Be with you every time that I pray. I will love you from far away. I will love you from far away. Through all these moments so precious, so deep, I thought nothing could keep us apart. But I give you my promise, whatever life brings, I will carry you in my heart.
From across all these miles, I will love you. I will picture your smiles and I'll love you more. Longing to hear the words you might say, I will love you from far away. I will love you from far away.
Through all these moments so precious, so deep, I thought nothing could keep us apart. But I give you my promise, whatever life brings, I will carry you in my heart. When your next tear is cried, I will love you. Till your last tear is dried, I will love you more. Now that I know the price I must pay, I will love you from far away. I will love you.
I will love you.
I will love you from far away.
Khalil? Where are you?
This is goodbye, Ray.
How could you leave now?
The world is not ready for Thakur's way. Not yet.
We can change it. Together.
No, maybe you are the one to help him.
Where will you go?
What will soon be Pakistan.
Peace to you, my brother.
If I had come into this world just to meet you, it would have been enough.
We are naming her Indira.
Indira! There's a yearning behind our every breath. It's in every atom, every cell, under the shell. The urge for life has been calling. Find me, take me, use me well.
Come on, Joel, there's someone I would like you to meet. Khalil, meet Joel Krantz. He wants to change the world.
Peace to you.
Show Joel around the commune.
The what?
Khalil, I thought you went to Pakistan.
So Ray has been telling his stories. Ray came for me after Thakur left his body.
Thakur's gone.
Not gone.
Ray ends up driving a cab? What a waste.
What a blessing. Every dollar here is worth $13 in India. Ray helps many people with that money.
Khalil, I have $10.
I can see Thakur smiling. It breaks my heart.
I wish I could have met him.
Stay around Ray for a while. You'll catch a glimpse of Thakur.
Just stay?
Just stay. That's what Ray did. We have a saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears.
There's a voice inside you, like the beating of your heart. It all comes together in just one moment.
Let the whisper guide you. You were meant to find your part. It can all come together in just one moment.
Oh, and you're born to be beautiful. You're a diamond in the sun, bringing light to everyone. Oh, and you're born to be beautiful. Doesn't matter what you've done, now your journey has begun. Oh, and you're born to be beautiful. You're a diamond in the sun, bringing light to everyone. Oh, and you're born to be beautiful. Doesn't matter what you've done, now your journey has begun. Love lives today and forever, for we are born.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for this production. What a great show that was. We thank you, and we hope that you enjoy watching this. You enjoyed watching it with us, and will enjoy watching us rebroadcast this, and will join us again. I always love when we can take a wonderful or a dramatic piece of history and turn it into a story that resonates and is real and is very personal. And I know this was a very personal story for Joel. So just amazing, just wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us here today. As I've said before, if you like what we do and you want to support what we're doing, please consider making a donation to Eventide Theater Company. You can do so by texting ETC to the number 44321, and that'll give you a secure link for making donations, or you can visit our website at eventidearts.org. If you have any questions about the show or are interested in learning more about maybe producing the show yourself for your own theater company, or would like to get your theater company to explore the possibilities of mounting it, I know that Joel is going to be monitoring the comments, so please leave some questions, leave your remarks, and leave any comments about the performances in the comment section, and I'm pretty sure that Joel will get back to you pretty quickly. We really appreciate your being here. We appreciate your time. Just a wonderful show, some wonderful music, and thank you for spending your Saturday afternoon with us here at Eventide Theater in our virtual Playhouse. Goodbye, everybody, and have a wonderful weekend.